that before you leave this place today, welcome to this book with Acts from Autograph. Because very soon you have to beg and lobby to get close to these children. But for our parents, thank you very much for giving these children this great opportunity. We believe that every child in this country deserves to be in the reading house. We've always wished that was possible for the reading house to accommodate 1 million Nigerian children, but it's not possible. Every child working, living, who is a Nigerian deserves the very best. Now, one very interesting thing I would love to tell you this evening, yes, we've had adults who've been asking, why is the concentration only on children? And then we sat back and we thought, why bring these children in, groom them to be the very best, and then release them back into society that will corrupt their grammar? And so the reading house will be opening its doors to adults. And so very soon we'll be having programs rolled out strictly for parents. So if you're a CEO, you're a director, you're a staff or anywhere, whatever it is you're doing, you need to be able to present whatever it is you're doing accurately. And so very soon that will be coming your way. Before I go further, I would love to introduce and invite to their rightful places instructors and judges of the reading house. The very best is what we have brought for your children. By the time you listen to our judges speak this afternoon, I'm sure some parents will be lobbying to be allowed into the house. And so I'll start. Ladies first. Please join me this afternoon. Bookmates, remember our instructors and judges are very dear to us, so we expect a very loud ovation from you. Are we ready? First on our list, Mrs. Nkechi Ken Kwanta. She is the chair. Your smile has never changed. So, how are you feeling today? Season 3 is here. You've been with us season 1, season 2, and now you're with us for season 3. We'd love to hear a comment or two from you.
Well, I have a lot of expectations for season 3. I have interacted with the children today, and they're just coming very raw. And by the time we're done with them, you all feel like you're listening to the community and reading. So that's my expectation.
And so please join me as I welcome Dr. Chukwudiko.
you very much.
Love to hear from you. I'm sure our parents are wondering what's the reading house up to this time around. What are your expectations?
This is my second time participating in it. And I expect the best because most of the children last time I saw them performed wonderfully. And I expect more performance as we have some of the facilitators that are great. They're going to work on the children and they're going to do good speech, good elocution, and good rendering of whatever they're going to read. I expect that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. You're welcome. And the third person of this panel, the Trinity of the Reading House Season 3, is Mr. Michael Mapolo. Very much. You're welcome. Please let's clap for our journalists. Thank you very much. We have a woman who is blessed among men. I've always heard men being blessed among women. Now a brief on our judges. I'll start with the woman, Mrs. Kelly, who is the chief judge and instructor of the Reading House. She is an education consultant, Cambridge certified teacher and trainer, principal consultant, presentation course international limited. officially the partner of the Reading House Manager. He is here represented by the SSA Operations and Project Operations Manager, Mr. Anna Davis. You're welcome. You're welcome. There is one woman I would love us to welcome here today. I hope she's not listening, but this is a school. And this school is being plotted by you and I. She is a woman who loves to stay behind the screen, behind the curtains. She doesn't want anyone to see her. She doesn't want to be heard. But today, fortunately for my bookmates, because it is a great privilege, please join me where my wishes. Please make sure you bring her up stage. The CEO, Reading House Nigeria, Mrs. Marista. Please come on. Thank you. Please bring her up. My bookmates should be here today.
Good evening, everyone present here. It's indeed my pleasure to welcome all of you to Reading House 3. It's been a journey that we undertook 3 years ago. And today, I am pleased to inform all of you that it's a worthwhile venture. All we are doing is trying to give back to Nigeria what Nigeria has given to us. Nigeria is a great nation. And bringing back the reading culture is of essence and quite timely. And we believe that we can only do that by committing books back into the hands of the children, because they are our future. Books that actually diamonds that we have let go. But as we have discovered it, we are giving it back into the hands of children that will work with it. Because when you teach a child, you are actually safeguarding the future. Thank you very much for honoring us, great children of Nigeria. Thank you very much, dear parents, for believing in us, and the Trinity of the Reading House for believing in the Reading House. The project is a huge project, but I want to let each and every one of us know that Nigeria will be a better place for these children. Because when you're looking out for leaders, there must be readers. And things that say are hidden in books. And when children discover that books are treasures, they will never leave the books. This is the beginning of Read to Survive 2013. And it is an interesting outing to know that Nigerian children, they've come out from the 6th geopolitical zone to read for survival. We applaud you. Can you just help me applaud these great children of Nigeria? We are looking forward to making every child a reader. Because when a child reads, so many things will be settled in Nigeria. The Nigerian question will be answered. The educational sector will be better off with Nigerian children reading. Thank you very much for coming on this evening. And we believe that as we move along in the competition and the academy, you're going to benefit from it. Thank you.
Finally, for you. Take you down memory lane for a few minutes, and then we go into something very important. Once again, thank you very much for gracing this occasion. God bless Nigeria.
How many of Nigerian children?
Across 6 geopolitical zones,
36 finalists.
please keep clapping. Keep clapping. 1 million Nigerian children across 6 geopolitical zones, 36 finalists, births in a house where children read to survive. There is just one star reading.
Good evening, everyone. You're welcome to Reading House Season 3. My name is Miss Esther Ibrahim, and I am the Star Reader of the year 2012. It has been 1 year of excitement for me as a Star Reader 2012. Reading House has changed my life. When I entered Reading House Season 1, I tried, but things didn't go well, but I never gave up. I tried again and started today as Star Reader 2012. Reading House made me a superstar. And the final day of the season 2, I read from Sam Adeyemi's Nigeria of My Dream, and would read it to you again today. The new Nigeria. When I hear the names of cities like New York, New Orleans, New Jersey, and the like, I get the impression that they evolved from the old states. Likewise, we should have New Lagos, New Gombe, New Warri, and so on. Our federal capital, Abuja, was designed and built. It is beautiful. We will produce lots and much more all over the country. The road networks with road systems will be ultra-modern. Each city will be more than a tourist attraction. I see many more airports, beautiful and efficient, with flight connections between most cities in Nigeria. And I see the international airports serving from their current sizes, becoming major hubs for air traffic and the continent. There will be will be successful entrepreneurs who will learn to use their offices for accumulation of wealth. Also, we for elections and elected officers fully accountable for the electorate of their actions and office. RC bills being passed that will follow the impulse citizens and enable them to dream and fulfill their dreams. RC protection and empowerment being offered to disabled and vulnerable members of the society. RC promotes internet connection in every government office in the country. RC people pay for it, either online or by phone in the comfort of their homes. And other products delivered to their doorsteps. RC an effective postal system with next door delivery anywhere across the country. This is the Nigeria of my dream. Your future reality in mind, and the future reality for our children and beyond. With hope looking at hell, our dreams shall come to pass. In our quest to build Nigeria of my dreams, we must not relent. God will use you and me to take Nigeria to her place of destiny. You have what it takes to bring about change in your immediate environment. Start in your own little way. Motto to New Nigeria. Then join the company of New Nigerians and over and around the nation as we compel change in our attitudes, legislations, and practices. In a few years, this country will be the envy of other nations. Now that you're ready, and you've chosen to join the company of change agents and history makers, the change has begun. Nigeria is succeeding. Thank you.
Please put your hands together for Olayola on the drums. Reading House also supports the talent of these young ones. I realize that the bookmates is so talented and he can play the drums. Put your hands together one more time for Olayola. Thank you. That was a wonderful presentation by Esther Bagaeta. I would like to welcome Mr. Clement to go before on stage to open the Reading House 2013 officially. Please put your hands together for him as he comes on stage.
Good evening, everyone. We have something wonderful that is happening here. And I want to tell some of us some stories because I'm a storyteller. I write storybooks for schools and children. What we find very wonderful that's happening here is when I watch national news, my daughter will always shout at me, "Daddy, why are you complaining? You wanted to watch Nigerian news." Because every time I'll be correcting the news readers who would hear me. The international news is not right. The pronunciation of the words is not right. Now, and I complain all the time that these are the people our young ones listen to, and they believe that what they say is the right thing. I wish to actually appreciate these children here because they are learning how to speak and communicate effectively. More children is not to turn them into English children or what. There is what we call RP, received pronunciation, which is the educated English for all people educated in the world. When you get to that level, we talk about mutual intelligibility. When you speak English, everyone in the world would understand. Anyone who understands English would understand you. So I told some of my friends, I gave them some jokes, that why Nigerians pray, and Father, do you know why your prayers are not answered by God? Obviously, you know why? Because the English you speak, God doesn't understand it. You got it? Somebody that wants to pray, I want my colleagues here to bail me out. I will say the way Nigerians will say it. And only my colleagues will pick what I am saying. Oh God, our Father, we want you please to heal the sick. Heal H-I-L-L. The sick, S-E-E-K. Is that what you want to say? God will not see that way. Because God will not understand that language. How would you say it? Let me ask another here. Heal the sick. Heal the sick. Are we getting the difference? Heal the... Is it heal? This is where a Nigerian was once on BBC Channel 4 was being interviewed in England, and there was someone translating the English into English. And this is what we want to stop. That many people in Nigeria can't communicate effectively in English. And I thank God that Mrs. Paul is beginning this, and our young ones are doing wonderfully well. You listen to the young lady who read just now, and as we put our hands together there, I said, she read better than most of our television news readers. And I bet you all the news readers in Nigeria don't know the name of their profession. They don't say it correctly. All news readers listening today, they will call themselves journalists. They will call themselves journalists. Please, what is their profession? Are they journalists? They are journalists, not John. And you see how we're getting it wrong. So you can see my pains when I am watching Nigerian news leaders. They miss these sounds, they miss the stress party, they miss the intonation. And today, thank God we're getting our children to start to speak and read love. I'll tell you one thing which many people don't know. I am also a clinical psychologist. Outside my English language expertise. Languages develop the brain. And the more languages young people speak, the better the brain develops. Go online and check that. So children, when they become more and more conscious But I want to be, I want people which were lost over the years to speak and speak correct English. With this, with the honor bestowed on me, I declare Lady House Part 3 open.
Show all the beauty they will
very much. Put your hands together for the wonderful dance performance. Okay, it's time for us to get interactive with the parents. We can't just bring you here and let you walk away without talking to us. So we want to know quickly what you think about the Reading House project, and then we'll ask follow-up questions from there. And any parent who wants to speak, Harry to the mic, crowd. What do you think about the Reading House project so far, from inception until now? It's time for the parents to talk to us. Yes, there's someone here who wants to say something.
My impression of this engagement is, reading is a disciplining activity. It takes effort to read. And I believe that as a nation, if we can get our young ones to learn the art of discipline through reading, that is just the best way to train a child. And when Nigerian children are trained in the proper way, which partly contributes to the cultural values of most societies in the world. Incidentally, for us in Nigeria, we don't take reading so seriously. But through the Reading House, if we can inculcate that culture of reading in our young ones, I believe this nation can be better for it. That's my humble impression. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Contributing to the reason people are not reading, because you walk into libraries, you see books of 1970 something, 1960 something in the libraries. It has a way of discouraging people because there are recent books. Accessing them might be a challenge for some of the people who are interested in reading. What do you think about this in our country today? What do you think about this situation in Nigeria today? Any parent wants to say something about it? Anybody wants to have an opinion? Okay, let me ask, what role do you think the government should play in encouraging reading amongst young people today? I want to ask any of the parents. We have so many daddies in the house.
This whole idea of the Reading House is so timely. Especially with this craze of our children watching films, cartoon films, and what have you. In those days, we used to take pride in reading. I'm so excited. I'm already looking beyond this very season. I'm looking forward to the next season. My kids are coming here. I'm so excited, and like the comment I wrote there, whatever it takes, please, this must be kept up. We have to keep it up. And I remember, discussion I had with my kids at home. I know that things are not going to be the same again. I read English, back in the university. As it is, I'm not proud anymore. Because I'm so serious. Yeah. Things won't be the same again. Thank you.
In my own opinion, I don't think the government is the problem or the libraries and all that. I think the problem is from the family. I remember when we were growing up, my father in particular would always say, carry your book, read your book, and that's how we grew up. Even in the university, always trying to read our books. But today, I don't think parents are helping in this matter. A lot of parents are hardly at home. When they come back, they don't care what happens when they were not around and all that. I think the solution is from the family. The parents should buckle up and try to encourage their kids. Because most times, you even see, if a child is disciplined in school, the parents will go to the school and fight with the person, the teacher, that, why did you beat up my kid and all that. In those days, it wasn't like that. If a child does anything wrong in school, then the teacher can actually discipline the child, and the parents will even come and thank the teacher for the discipline. So I think the parents should buckle up and do something so that our children can be better for the future. Thank you.
For me, I'm very excited about what's going on here. I actually stumbled on it on the radio one day. I don't normally listen to radio, so I just think it was an opportunity that was meant to happen for the children. I believe it's, like the lady that spoke before me said, it's a family thing. Somehow, when we were growing up, we had family time with our parents, no matter how busy they were.
At least in the evening, everybody came home and you tried to actually find out what was going on. And reading was a culture. We had to read. I remember introducing my children to books like Passport of Malam Ilya, Sugar Girl, Things Fall Apart, and things like that. And my children found that really interesting, that these were books from my childhood, you know, Chike and the River. It took me a long time to even find these books, but I wanted them to have those things that I had grown up with. I thought they were very good stories, because now it's all about Dragon Ball Z and all sorts of things going on in the television. So I think really that for us, we need to, as parents, really start the culture. You can't teach a child what you do not do. You know, it's not a thing of saying, do what I say. You know, if most parents, if you ask the parents, a lot of us, we don't even have time to read anymore. And you cannot tell your child to read when they don't see you even reading. You know, and I think we should start from that and reduce the television time. It is very, very important, because I have children that naturally read, you know, and it's because the television is not the option. You know, we have a TV there because it's a status thing, but it's not the time that we use to get together. You need to talk to them, you need to let them know that it's important for them to read. And also for us, what we do is, we don't just read. You know, what is the purpose of the reading? When you read, you look out for new words, you look out for occasions to exercise those things that you learn. So it's not just getting any book and reading it, it's knowing, why am I reading this book? Is it a history book? Is it just a story book? What is the purpose behind it? What have I learned from it? How do I apply those things? Like the man who spoke earlier said, really, if your English is really good, it affects every other thing in your life. You know, so it is something that we have to drive it. I don't think it's a government thing, and like you said, I don't think it's the library thing as well, because right now a lot of things are electronic. There are so many electronic books. It's getting the habit in place. Once you start reading, it doesn't matter the form in which you read. You know, not necessarily in the library. You can read whether you're on the internet or whatever. All the books have actually been made electronic. So it's just getting that attitude of letting the children know from the one it is important for them to read. Thank you.
Okay, I'd like to ask a very important question now. How many have read the book this year? Apart from the judges. Apart from the Trinity. How many have read the book this year? How many parents have read the book? Don't lie, the mic is coming to you now. You have read the book this year. You know with pride. I was reading something online, and I saw a wise man wrote something. He said, before you talk, you should think. And before you think, you should read. Before you talk, think. Before you think, you should read. So reading is at the foundation of everything that has to do with expression and communication with people. Please help me welcome Harry the Father as she introduces the book base for 2019.
Once again, we have gradually come to the high point of today's event. We're formally introduced to book reads for 2013. We had editions in Calabar, Lagos, and Abuja. Some children looking for auditions couldn't make it to the house. Some children failed through audition because the reading house is governed by just one rule. What's the rule of the house? Read to survive. That's the rule of the house. Read to survive. And so this evening, it is my pleasure to introduce formally to you Bookmates 2013. I'll begin with our ceremonial bookmates. For parents who may ask the questions, ceremonial bookmates are given the opportunity to pass through the academy. They now below 6. They're given the opportunity to pass through the academy, but they do not participate in the competition. And so I'll begin with our ceremonial bookmates 2013. I have on my list Master Destiny Igbo. Joanne Omodomo from Delta State. Precious Ihekwo from Imo State. Ayọ̀láwọ̀ Bísẹ̀ṣọ̀ from Ọ̀yọ́ State. Nanji Fanfo from Plateau State. Gracious Oruma from Nasarawa State. Saina Janet from Plateau State. Bello Agna from Niger State. Khalifa Umaru from Niger State. Please book it, spread out to have the stage all to yourself. John Oruma from Nasarawa State. Amy Ogate from Ondo State. Favor Magaji from Kaduna State. Obafemi Okonkwo from Plateau State. Amen Obon Vincent from Cross River State. Victoria Obani from Ebonyi State. Magdalene Obani from Cross River State. Please move forward, move forward, move forward. Move forward, I want everyone standing in front of me. I have Magdalene Obani from Cross River State. Victoria Obani from Ebonyi State. Yemi Patrick Ewa from Cross River State. Still on my list, I have Edekabiwa Johnson from Kwara State. Wisdom Wonderland from Delta State. Betty Clinton from Kwara State. Matthew Adore Jr. from Cross River State. Caroline Nkan from Kwara State. Please parents keep clapping. Derek Matthew Olori from Cross River State. Emmanuel Clinton from Kwara State. Emmanuel Daniels from River State. Mary Edet from Cross River State. Treasure Igbo from Kwara State. Darren Fonifio from Kwara State. Please keep clapping. I have Abraham Nduku from Bayelsa State. I have Kezia Gerald from Ondo State. I have Chelsea Lulu from Imo State. And finally, Adesso Anuka from River State. Great Nigeria is seated here. Please let's rise as we welcome on board the Reading House bookmates for 2013. Please let's rise. Let's keep clapping. These are children who are on their way to stardom. Children who are ready to make this nation proud. Children who are here today reading to survive. And the very best is what these children deserve. The very best is what everyone should give to the Nigerian child. While we remain standing, may we take our national anthem. 2, 3, go.
We
brighten up your face.
Smile, smile.